We're going to get started in just a little bit here as you come in the room. Thank you so much for being here. So excited that you're here. Please, as you come into the room, introduce yourselves. Let us know where you are logging in from. We will get started really shortly here. I'd sing to you, but I don't know if anyone would actually want me to sing to them. I can make up like a money song. I think that's what I need to do. I think I need some like sort of money intro song, money psych up. Yeah, we ready to get psyched up about our money. It's money time, money time, money time. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, you'll never have so much fun talking about money. Amanda's in the house. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Julia. Welcome. So good to see you. So good to see you. My Zoom thought that I was playing music and I was singing there. It was like, you know what? Set your audio up. It thought I was professional. How about that? My AI thought I was professional singing. It's money time. It's money time. It's money time. It's money time. So glad that you guys are here. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to get started really quickly. As you come into the room, please introduce yourself. Let us know where you're logging in from. It's like one of my favorite parts of the meetups is seeing where everyone's coming in from.
Well, I'll start. I'm Amanda, and I'm in Illinois. And I was on last month, so I'm so excited to be on again.
Love that. Thank you so much for coming back. Appreciate that. And is it Illinois or Illinois? Like what, like for real, how do we pronounce it?
It's a silent S.
It's a silent S. Okay. Okay. I kind of knew that, but I just wanted to make sure everyone else knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's so awesome that you are here. I see Julia's here. Julia, where are you? You were here last week too.
Yes, I was. I was also here last session. Hi again, Amanda. I'm from New Jersey, so kind of kind of bad weather up here for now, but hopefully we'll get a little bit better coming into summer.
It's so funny because one person's yuck is really some other person's yum. And I'm in New Jersey too, and I love rainy weather. So, Julia's saying, "Oh, it's terrible weather." And I'm going, "Ooh, I love it. My gardens are getting watered. I'm saving money by not running my sprinklers."
Yes.
Everything, you know me. What's the return? What's the return? Actually, I get a lot of return from my garden. I get exercise. So that is something that a lot of people will know about me. And we also, I think I'm just going to get started here. Oh, hey, Precious, how are you?
Hi, everyone.
It's so good to see you.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Julia. Nice to
Hello.
Hi.
see you.
We're just having a money party. We're having a money psycho party, a money psycho party, a money psycho party. Yes, we are. We are. Okay, let's get started here. So I mean, even if you weren't feeling psyched up before, maybe you will leave the money meetup just a little bit more psyched about everything, like get a dose of energy. But today, our money meetup, we have a really, really super great topic. It's a word that kind of makes us cringe, but I won't get into it yet. I won't get into it yet because I don't want to scare you guys away. So we're going to go through a couple of things here first. But let's get started. Are we ready to get started? Okay, wonderful. So I'm Jessica Perrone, founder of HerFinIQ and FinIQ EDU. I started HerFinIQ almost 6 years ago after leaving Wall Street and really looking for resources and collaboration on teaching women how to trade, believe it or not. And what I realized is women in general, there's a lot of anxiety when it comes to talking about money. And so what I decided to do, I was like, you know what? I need to create a curriculum that simplifies both personal finance and investing topics for women everywhere and make it fun, because finance can be fun. In the beginning, sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. There could be a little bit of anxiety there, but really that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get you through that anxiety and get you into the investor mindset, even if it's paying off credit cards. Yes, I'm telling you, even if it's paying off credit cards. So I'm an accredited financial counselor and a Wall Street veteran who empowers women to achieve financial freedom through online courses, one-on-one coaching, and workshops. Maybe you've seen me on Yahoo Finance, ABC New York, Fox 5, and more. What a lot of individuals don't realize when they come to my sessions or workshops for the first time is that I was not born in a house of influence or with a silver spoon. No, I'm actually the oldest of 8 children. My mom was an immigrant and a single mom. And let me tell you, we really, really struggled growing up. But there was 5 things that I learned from my mom that I'm eternally grateful for. And the first one is how to work hard. My mom worked so hard day in, day out to provide for all of us. And that motivation to work hard has been instilled in me all the way to this day. The second one is how to be super resourceful. Yes, to this day, I am super duper resourceful. And if you check out my Instagram pages and when you come to my workshops, you will also get resourceful tips as well. And then the third one, the fourth one, third or fourth, which one am I on? Excuse me, is how to make my money. So resourceful is a little bit different than how to make your money last. And I know that is like, it seems like a really big nuance, but how to make your money and kind of be the boss of your money has to do with the B word. I'm going to say it. Cover your ears if you're sensitive. I'm going to say the B word. And that's budget. I said it. We're going to have a little icebreaker in a little bit. And I want to hear from you how that word makes you feel. So how did I come about? Well, so I told you a little bit about the workshops and the online courses. Well, there's actually 3 online courses and 1 workbook that I have. The first one is Before Investing. It's about getting your surplus and getting your personal finance basics in a row so you can build wealth. So that's our Before Investing course. And that's paired with the Her Financial Plan workbook. That is workbook and exercises to really work on getting your finances together and build that financial plan so you can build your wealth. Then step 3 is the Investing for Beginners course, where you start thinking about the various ways to invest and what might be best for you and your strategy and even your risk tolerance level. And then finally, when you think about the ways you want to invest your money, well, what are you investing in? And that's where stocks and ETFs simplified come in. Now, I do have some freebies. So if you have a really great time, I'm going to show this slide again at the end. If you have a really great time today and you want to get started, well, these are the ways you can get started with Her Financial IQ for free. So the first one is the Her Investing Fun Quiz. You take that, you figure out where you should start in your journey. There's the 3 stages of wealth free lesson, mini lesson there. And then of course, there's the monthly meetup. Keep coming back, bring your questions, because you know what? Having support on your journey, regardless of where you are, having that, oh, I know that we said that we weren't going to use this anymore, but your accountability, your money buddies, right? Having that place to come back to check in to see how you're doing. So our next community meetups are July 21st, August 18th, and September 22nd. It is the last Tuesday of every month at 12 p.m. Our agenda, typically how these work is we go through our icebreaker, which we have coming up. We go through our celebration of wins because I want to celebrate you guys. And then I have a fun money coffee talk topic. Then we'll go into answering your questions, and then we're going to sign off with a quick cheer. So depending on how many questions we have is how long we go. But I am here to go for the full hour. But if we are quick too. So however, this is about you and how I can help you in your journey. So here we go. Our very first icebreaker is, if you were given $500 today, what would you do with it? That's our first icebreaker of the day. If you were given $500 today, what would you do with it?
This is a bad one because this morning I woke up, I'm like, I'm planning my 4-year-old's birthday party. It's his first real birthday party. And I know it would go towards the party, and I know it should not go towards the party. So that's I know that I need to start, and it's been on my mind since our last call. I have been looking at finances differently, and knowing the different ratios and trying to be realistic, and but I haven't implemented yet. So Jessica, tell me, if I have $500 and I wanted to spend money on his party, what should I put away out of that?
Okay, so here it goes. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay, so 5-year-olds are not going to remember the party.
Oh, I know.
The party
I
is
know.
for you and your camera shots.
Yeah.
So you know what you do?
I
You
know.
just get a bunch of Amazon boxes and wrap them up with bows and like put them over everywhere and make it look super festive, right? Put it in the backyard, have some streamers and let them run around, especially boys.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get photos or whatnot, let them run around. Is it a summer party, fall party, winter party?
It's soon, so summer.
So another really fun thing to do for boys is, in parks, they usually allow you to rent spaces
Yeah.
for really inexpensive, like super duper inexpensive. And it's typically near a playground. Boys love to run around, right? So you could very simply get a cake, get a couple pizzas, and let them run around.
Yep. Yes.
Right? Right?
True. Yes.
It really is about us. If we think about it, like those parties are really about us, and actually thinking about the memories that come with it. Photo is very important, right? And just the joy and the ease, because the less stressed out you are as mama, guess what? The more fun everyone else is going to have.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So those are my words of advice there. The other thing is that a lot of individuals, they give gifts that really aren't, that applicable. They could be like $25 tchotchkes, $10 tchotchkes, whatever it is. And it's like open and like thrown to the side, and you have like 10 of them.
Yeah.
So what you could do is have everyone, and there's a little bit of back and forth on this one, but this is what I love this idea. It's have everyone contribute to his 529, his college savings account. And you can contribute to other people's college savings account. You can give the link and say, hey, this is the way that you can do it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So that is really, those are ways that you can turn, that aren't traditional. People don't think in these terms, but just think about the birthday parties we had growing up and what really resonated, and really like, what do you remember? It's the photos, right? And it's the fun, it's the friends. And I feel like that's very similar to Christmas now and the holidays.
Yeah. Yes.
It's getting back to feeling. And also, another thing to think about is that there's a lot of people struggling out there right now as well. So we don't want to be over the top because it makes them feel bad and makes them feel like they need to do it too.
Yeah.
So maybe you should be the trendsetter, Amanda.
True.
To like,
True.
let's just get back to the fun of
Yeah.
let's make birthday parties great again.
No. No, I love that.
I went off on a little tangent there. I did.
Thank you. Thank you.
Apologies. No, apologies for that. I'm like, I got so much to say on so many things. Julia, what about you? If you were given, and it's so interesting because all of us are in such different places in our lives. And it's so interesting to hear how people would use their $500. Julia, what would you use your $500 for?
Okay, I know on last session I mentioned I'm a college student, and I know this whole thing is about budgets and stuff, but I want to learn how to manage my money better. So I'd want to save some of it for college because I know I'm gonna have to buy food and stuff, but I also want to get a job so I can help pay for my stuff in college. Because obviously food's not free and I can't die, so I want to get a job, but I need some more like clothing for that. So I was thinking about like either saving some for some sales at the end of the summer, or so I'd probably put away a little bit of that. And then with the rest, I'd like put it in an account or save it. But I don't know what else I could apply.
I love that. Okay. Julia, I love that. And I love the idea of you thinking ahead for your job and needing clothes for that. And that's actually an investment in your future. Now, we're not talking about going to Gucci. We're not talking about going to Bloomingdale's, right? You're talking about going to the sales and getting the clothes for a professional job. So when we're talking about what is the return on my investment, right? That is a good investment because you're investing in yourself for your future. So we think in terms of what is the return on this investment? So what is the return on the clothes? Well, it is potentially having a better paying job because you are able to dress the part. So that is the return on that investment. So I love that. I also love that you're thinking ahead for food, right? I'm sure ramen gets really boring.
Oh, it did. It did. My first year, that's like all I ate. So I'm kind of sick of it now. Sick of that, and I'm sick of Chick-fil-A, which it's on my campus. So no more.
Well, another thing, because you're going to be off campus, is thinking in terms of, what are inexpensive breakfasts? Well, if you think about it, bananas and eggs are very inexpensive breakfast. You can get 12 eggs for like $4. I was actually at the grocery store and a dozen eggs was $2. I bulked
What grocery
up
store do you shop at?
What?
What grocery store do you shop at?
ShopRite, right down the street.
Really?
Let me tell you.
Huh.
$2 a dozen.
I'll go look at my
And what I did
ShopRite.
was I hard-boiled eggs and I have my bananas. If you think about it, you can get a big bunch of bananas, and in the morning I have 2 hard-boiled eggs and a banana. And if you think about that and how inexpensive that is, I actually saw a TikTok of a young lady who's about your age that saved a boatload of money by having 2 pieces of toast and a banana every morning. And I was like, you're not having enough protein though. And that's why I said, you need the eggs. You need the eggs, lady. But there are a lot of us splurge on Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, and that adds up. $11 a day, $15 a day. That really adds up. So we can save money by really trying to have I know it's hard to wake up early in the morning. I know so many of us are like, oh, I don't want to wake up. I'm lucky. I'm a morning person. I'm not a night person. So I'm very lucky that way. But that morning is definitely a way, thinking about our morning food is definitely a way to look at it. Okay, one more here. Precious, are you still there? If you were given $500 right now, what would you do with it?
Okay, so with $500, I have some pending bills that I need to clear. I'll push some of that, like $200 to that, and then put $100 to my savings, and then put the remaining to my emergency fund.
I love that. I love that. She is mastering that allocator. Whoop whoop. I think she might have heard that we're talking about allocating our money, aka budget. We're trying not to say that word. We're trying not to say that word.
I'd rather eat worms.
Woo! Okay, let's move on here. Let's move on here. Okay, so as you know, I love to celebrate. I mean, as women, we're not celebrated enough. You know, we are moms, we are friends, we are sisters, we are wives, we are partners, we are workers, but not very often are we celebrated. So I want to celebrate your wins. Doesn't matter if it's financial or just personal. Let's celebrate some wins here. Who wants to go first?
I am trying to think of a financial win I've had recently, and nothing. I'm
What
like
about just a personal win? Any personal win? Any win? Any win?
a personal win. I have been very intentional with my time and time with my children. And into the summer, I read or saw something, and it was a memory of an old woman. I mean, it was a meme probably, but just saying, if I was 85 and I went back to, my day today, what would I remember? Or if that makes sense to you guys, like she's thinking, so like wake up every day and what if I'm 85 and this is the day I'm remembering? And
Aww.
it really got me. And I just want to make sure my kids always feel loved and, spending time with them. So that's
Aww.
my win for right now.
I love that. I love that. But also budgeting your time, right? I love the
True.
allocating
Yes.
and what is the return on my time? So being more intentional. So now you're saying, okay, my time is more valuable
Yeah.
because I could be
Yes.
with my kids if I wasn't using this time, I could be with if I was using it, wait, if I wasn't using the time, I could be with my kids, right?
Yes.
So you just added value to your time.
Oh, I love you, Jessica. Yes. But you're right. Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
any free time you have, you're going to be more intentional about it. And you're
Absolutely.
also going to make sure that the return, the money you're making on that money is more intentional as well. So we can flip that. We can flip it into a financial win. We just flipped
Yeah.
it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Precious, I'm just going to go to you because I see you next on my on here.
So my win for the week is being able to get the support that I need. For a while now, I think I've been juggling a lot myself. So being able to get someone else to like support me on my team has been great, and it has relieved me of some of the stress that I've been carrying, and I can then allocate my time to actually achieving my goals for the year.
I love that. It sounds like we are really locking in the value of our time and the return on our time. And I really love that. And a lot of women don't think in terms of time and being a asset. Our time, it is limited. We only have 24 hours in the day, right? So optimizing our time and the return on our time does equate into earning as well, and how much we are earning, and thus how much we can allocate budget to we can allocate to our budgets. Thank you guys so much for chiming in. Really appreciate it. Okay. So we are going to move on to the money coffee talk aspect of our money meetup. And today's topic has to do with that word that shan't be messaged, which is Budget! I know. So many people have a love-hate relationship with budget, but I am here today to change that. We are going to change that relationship with the budget. And so in the chat, I would love, just so we can keep moving on, we're going to do on in the chat on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 is love it, 10 is hate it. How do you feel about the word budget? How do you feel about it? And there's no wrong or right question. There's no wrong or right answer here. Okay. It's just how you feel about it. And let me tell you, I've seen it. I've seen it all. Okay. I got some 7s here. I got a 10. Julia, I want to see your spice rack. Okay. Or your closet. Is like your closet like completely in a row? That's so funny. Because
Yep.
usually when I see like 10s, I'm like, oh, this person's super organized.
Yeah, I just did a whole clean out and did all this stuff. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can reorganize a little bit. But no, I do hate the budget.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's 10. I
Okay.
forgot. It's 10. Okay. Okay. I swapped it myself. I was thinking 10 was love. Okay.
Okay, but
That
I still
totally makes
am
sense now.
organized, but I do hate the budget.
That totally
Oh,
makes sense. Okay.
wait. I would do a 3 then. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong way too.
I was too. I wrote the slide. I wrote this slide. Okay. And see, everyone is all over the board. Oh, okay, Julie, you okay. I think I need to like switch it around. I guess a 10 is love and 1 is not love, right? We'll do it for next time. We'll switch it around for next time. I'll keep you guys on your toes for sure. Just know that wherever or however you feel about the budget, you're not alone. A lot of people just do not like the B word. They really don't. In fact, my daughter, I will say to her, it's not in the budget. She's like, I hate the budget. I hate the word budget. She'll say that to me. She's like, can't we just use another like word instead of budget? So that is our challenge here, to come up, just like, our other word for, checking in. But what is that other word? What can we say instead of budget? Intention, allocator. Think of it in terms of CFO, right? That sounds fancy. CFO of your finances, allocating, telling your money where to go. Those are all ways we can think in terms of our budget. I personally actually love a budget because I blame the budget. I have three daughters and I am constantly blaming the budget. Let me tell you. And it's hard because we as women, there's a lot of pressures on us, whether you are a mom and you have kids and you want to provide for them, or even if you are younger and you are going out and you want to look apart, you want to have your hair done, you want to have your nails done, you want the nicest clothes. As women, there are a lot of pressures on us and our budget. So how do we reframe this word so that we think in terms of, okay, this is just my journey. This is my plan to get to my goal. This is my goal builder. This is my wealth builder. How do we start thinking in terms of that? Not that it's limiting. Well, one of the things that comes to mind is the traditional 50-30-20 rule. So this is the budgeting rule that you and everyone have been talking about for the last 30 years, okay? It is 50% to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% for savings. So, for example, needs are different for all of us, okay? Like, I need coffee. I do. I basically cannot function without it. It is budgeted for in my needs, let me tell you. But do I need Starbucks? No. Do I need Dunkin' Donuts? No. So really going through and saying, okay, allocating for this. The best way to really start is by creating your budget plan. Okay. Ultimately, this is where we want to get to. Ultimately. Okay. This is like the dream number on the scale. Okay. For a diet, the 50-30-20 rule. However, there are also rules that meet you where you are right now until you can get to this. Just think of changing the course of finances is tough. It is like trying to turn a ship in the water. It is like dieting for the first time and counting your calories. You have a couple steps forward, you have a couple steps back. But then you start finding the plan that works for you, for your body type, and also your goals. And that's really what today I wanted to talk about is the potential budgets that meet you where you are in your lives. So that guess what? You don't feel overconstricted by this dream numbers of the 50-30-20 rule. So today I'm going to show you 3 different budgeting rules that may help you depending on your current goals. So our first one, talking about the boating analogy here, this is budgeting to stay afloat. Every once in a while in our lives, there is a time when we are ready to hit the oh poop button, right? Like everything seems to be going wrong. There seems to be emergencies happening. It seems like there's all sorts of bills that are piling up. In this situation, I call it the stay afloat budget. This is just trying to get by until we start moving the ship, until we start getting our finances in a row, until we start paying down some of that credit card debt. Or maybe we're in a tough situation where we are living with our parents and we're trying to get out of that house, right? So it's where our finances aren't necessarily at the best and we're just trying to get by. So this type of allocation and this type of budget focuses more on our needs. This is the situation where you can't get water from a stone. You have the needs, and these are real needs. Again, this is not eating out food. This is grocery, cutting coupons food that you absolutely need for the week. It is your phone. Because frankly, we need to have our phones, especially if we're trying to upskill, stay in touch with our families. A phone is important, but is it the top-notch iPhone? Maybe not. So thinking in terms of what those needs are versus what those wants are. Transit is very important, but maybe it's not the car right then and there. Maybe it is public transportation at that time. And maybe it is housing. Maybe it isn't your dream apartment, but maybe it is bunking up, right, Julia? Bunking up in college and sharing a space so that you can conserve money. I'm sure, Julia, your budget may look very similar to this, trying to get through college, where it's a lot of money, a lot of your budget goes to your needs. In this situation, a little bit of savings, just a little bit to a safety net. This number really depends on how much debt or strategic wants you have. So strategic wants are wants that are going to get you ahead. Okay. Those are, for example, those business clothes of yours. That is very important. It might be a really super nice haircut because you have a headshot coming up. right? These are strategic wants to help you get ahead. If you don't have a lot of credit card debt, then we can allocate monies to different areas, and we can see a little bit more for that in the future. And then lastly, our wants. So focus on the things that help get a better job, family, or stability. So 29% for debt and strategic wants, 1% for savings, and 70% for needs. How are we doing with this one? What are we thinking so far with our budgets? I know this is tough to hear.
I mean, when you break it down like that, essentially everybody should be able to save something. And I've never seen it presented like this where 1%, but you're still contributing.
Absolutely, absolutely. But we really want to be paying down our high interest
Yeah,
debts. We
yeah.
really do, because even if we're saving, the return on that saving is not going to outperform the interest that you're paying on that. But it is very nice to have that little bit of savings just to flex that muscle, just to train that saving muscle to save. Okay, so this is okay. We are doing better. We've stabilized our lives, but now we got a lot of debt that we want to pay off, right? So this is the budgeting for debt strategy. So again, in this situation, we're getting closer to the 50-30-20 rule, where 50% of our income goes to needs. Okay. 25% goes to paying off your debt. 20% goes to wants, and 5% goes to savings. Now, we can move the wants around a little bit. So when we are going on saving diets or spending diets so that we can get our debt under control, a lot of that savings comes from the wants aspect of our budgets, and it's reallocated to our debt aspect here. Also, keep in mind when you're thinking about cars go on like a driving a car type deal goes under wants. It really does. And our housing goes under needs. And I know a lot of people are like, ooh, I need that car. I need that car. But let me tell you, I survived until 30 without a driver's license. I did. And I swear that that is one of the reasons why I was able to build wealth at such a young age, was because I was able to take that money from the car, put it towards student loans and credit card debt, and have an extra amount of money to start investing. That's one of the reasons why I was able to build that nest egg so early. So when we think in terms of a car, I know a lot of us are like, oh no, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Well, another way to do it is housing. Housing is a really, really big part of our budget. Allocating the right amount for those is super important as well. And keep in mind that realtors out there and mortgage brokers are going to push how much you are able to afford, because they want you to afford more. So always be a little bit on the conservative side. How are we doing so far? I know this is such a heavy topic. I know. How are we doing? Talking about the B word, the master allocator word.
I actually love budgets, but what you're saying is just it's impactful. And again, you don't have to have a lot of extra money, or I mean, you can do it in such a reasonable way. And so I love how you're explaining it.
Oh, good. Another thing to think about, Amanda, is how to take those monies, even if it's savings or whatnot. And that's really what I talk about in the before investing courses, is how to make your money grow for you, how to build that surplus without investing, because investing adds a level of riskiness to your money. And so there's all different types of ways to build your wealth and have your savings working for you as you're building the foundation. So definitely, if you have a couple of minutes to check out the before investing courses, there's some really great tips on how to shop for savings accounts for all that savings.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we are budgeting for Wealth Creator. Okay. So this is when we surpass the 50-30-20 rule. We have our debt paid off and our income is rising. If our income is rising, our needs should actually stay pretty much the same and therefore potentially decrease in our allocation. And this is one of the biggest mistakes individuals make when they start making more money. They don't start allocating towards saving and investing. What I'll typically see here is housing go up. They're like, oh, I can afford a better place. I can afford a better house. I can afford a better apartment. I can afford a better car. But they don't stay within their ratios and increase their savings. They don't go, oh, I can afford more for my savings. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that, but right? Because it's not sexy. You know, people would rather buy a purse that they wear once than budget for savings. It's true. I don't know what's up with us women and our purses, right? I don't think you hear guys talking about their purses. No, they talk about their bank accounts. Guys talk about their bank accounts. And I want us to start talking about our bank accounts too. Not the freaking clothes to attract the guys by making our bank accounts broke. No, I want us to be increasing our bank accounts, ladies. Yes, increase that wealth. So we don't have to depend on the guys. I love men, I do. But we need to be able to depend on ourselves, for sure, for sure. Okay, how are we doing here with the Wealth Creator budget? Any questions on it? This is actually kind of conservative. What's interesting is once you start seeing your money grow, and once you start seeing your investment grows, it becomes addictive. And I have seen people even decrease their wants even more and needs. And as you acquire more things, there's less that you want in life. And with that, you'll see more people allocating more towards their investments. And that's where I hope you guys will end up with Her Financial IQ, with the money meetups, as you start morphing your journey to building wealth from getting by, paying off debt, and building actual wealth. So, 2, 3. My financial future will be brighter than my past. Yay!
Yep.
For sure, for sure. And so these are free resources with Her Financial IQ. The QR code will take it. So if you want to get your feet wet and get started through those resources, absolutely welcome to. So thank you so much for everyone who came today. Would love to hear from you. Submit your feedback and also future coffee chat topics that you'd like to hear me talk about. We meet the last Tuesday, the second to last Tuesday of the month at 12 o'clock. And there is our future schedule. So nice to see so many familiar faces and so nice to meet new people as well. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic Tuesday and a fantastic week. Bye now. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.